welcome back to our podcast. This is episode 3. Today I'm with the other half of my board members, which is much awaited because the very first episode we have like 7 of us. So I got the first 4 and now I have the last 3 and I'm super happy to have them with me. So if you guys would like to introduce yourself, I don't know who would like to go first. Amanda's sitting next to me, so
I'll
Amanda's
go
gonna introduce
first.
herself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Amanda. This is my 4th year at UH. Well, actually 2nd year because I transferred here. And I'm a public health major. I don't know what else to say.
No, that's good. That's a good introduction.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
think introductions are super awkward anyway, because you're
Yeah,
like,
they
wait,
always are.
well, how do I describe myself? Anyway,
Yeah.
Kate, who are
Okay.
you?
Hello, my name's Kate. I am a graduate of UH Manoa. I graduated with my major in biology. I'm currently taking my gap year for a graduate program, and my
Slay.
pronouns are she/her. Yay!
Slay. Come on, Mars.
Hi,
Kate, she's
I'm
not on that
Mars.
side of you.
He's right below me.
Yeah. Hi, I'm
Oh God.
Mars. I'm a 3rd year at UH, born and raised in Hawaii. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm an education major.
Slay. So, Kate, you're graduated.
Yes, I am.
Slay. She even got the diploma in the background. I was
I
gonna like
do.
ask you questions about how that's been being
Yeah.
graduated because the rest
Mhm.
of us have been students, and then she pulls up with her diploma. I was like, oh, she
Show us
prepared.
both. She got 2 of them.
I
She got
did get
2?
two. Yes. Little fun fact about UH Manoa, they give you two diplomas.
Mm,
I first thought it was a replica. It kind of is, but I thought it was a replica just in case I lose the first one. But it's
yeah.
actually one in is entirely written in the Hawaiian language. And then the
Whoa.
other one is in English. So
I
yes, I
never
have
knew that.
yeah, I have the one. My parents framed the one in Hawaiian in the hallway. So now that is memorialized forever. And this is currently the English one. But they both come into this nice little green slip for you.
That's awesome. I did not know that they gave you one in the Hawaiian language, but that's so important to do.
Yeah, no, seriously. It was really amazing just to like see it. I was like, "Oh man, that's like amazing that they don't forget about anything."
Yeah. I also wanted to shout Kate out, not just because you already graduated, but because you've done so much for our program.
I appreciate that. It's
I think
nothing
you're
really.
awesome. Like so many graphics, and you always help me out, and you're super cool. I love everyone.
I appreciate that.
But also, like, Amanda's our newest member,
I'm brand new.
brand new. She's
Brand new.
also on our Valorant Moon, no,
Sun.
Valorant Sun team, Slit, which is our
Mm.
varsity marginalized genders Valorant team. She's on the main roster, which is hella cool. And then Marissa is coaching, which is also really cool. So, I don't know. I think all you guys are doing cool things, and that makes me happy. And I'm so glad, Kate, you're still involved, even though you're graduated.
Yeah, I'll be back soon enough. Don't worry. Hopefully, I
Oh
get
yeah,
accepted to that
you're
graduate
doing
program.
your graduate program at UH?
Yeah, I'm really hoping
Oh my
to.
gosh,
There
let's go.
is there is technically one at CSUN, but I don't want
Mm.
that. The UH Manoa one will offer a lot more opportunity. So I
Mm,
do currently I'm hoping for the UH Manoa program.
Mm. Did you apply already?
I did already apply.
How
Yeah, I was
was that?
it was really good. They had two applications. Essentially, one is just like getting into the graduate division of UH Manoa. You just put in your information and they're just like, "Okay, cool, she is interested in being in the graduate program." The second part is the actual graduate application, and that's all through nursing CAS or NCAS, and that's like through the nursing like application system, and specifically for the program I'm wanting to get into, which is GEPIN, they had a few essay questions, and yeah, I completed that thing, like that baby, like once it opened. So I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people to apply. They already gave me an email saying that they've gotten both of my applications. So now it's just a waiting game. They should let me know by late December or early January. So I'm very
Oh,
excited.
that's
We'll be
actually
rooting
coming
for
up.
you.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm hoping a lot. I would love to
Yeah,
come back.
that would be so nice to have you back.
I would love that. So,
So how
yippee.
does it feel? Because you're taking a gap year, so
Yeah, so in order for me to actually apply for that graduate program, I had to take a few more classes during the summer.
oh.
So I took three classes. Yes, three classes during the summer. Um, I'm trying to if it was actually three. Anatomy, health, not even wasn't even health. Nutrition and something else. But either way, it was all took it all over the summer, and then so that was just like obviously the summer. So now I'm out of summer, and now I'm just kind of chilling in this kind of like weird limbo, because like
Hmm.
I'm graduated, but I'm not pursuing my career. But
Right,
I'm
you're in like Gray's
yeah,
area.
yeah, so I'm just waiting for the graduate program, which once again, fingers crossed. So I'm just waiting on that, but it's honestly pretty good. I'm very blessed with my family. They don't really mind me being around, and
Like
then
lurking still.
yeah, lurking and just like living off of them. And then I currently work as a math tutor. Uh,
Oh,
so I'm just kind of
women in
chilling.
STEM.
Women in STEM,
We
yeah.
love women in STEM.
Shout out Mathnasium. We love it.
Mm.
It's actually
Mm.
a very good job. So yippee.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
And because Kate, right now, Mars, Amanda, and I are in California.
Yeah, we're all in California right now, actually.
Slay.
Why
So,
don't you guys come down here?
no,
Oh
we're
my
coming
god.
actually. We're actually right outside your house.
We're actually,
Oh my
yeah, we're
god.
like
We're in a
literally
van.
right next to you. Okay, rephrase. Amanda, Marissa, and I are in Hawaii, and Kate is in California. So we have a fun time zone right now where it's 7 p.m. in Hawaii. It is not 7 p.m. where Kate is right now. So thank you, Kate,
Yeah.
for joining us as well, because you
Yeah, of
have
course.
disadvantage. But yay. Okay. So every podcast, I have this same question. And I ask this question out of like my personal curiosity and also like some research that I'm kind of into. And so I want to know, like, why do you think you got into gaming? And like, kind of what, because for me, it was my brother who really introduced me to games and really like started me on that path. And so I'm kind of thinking like, oh, do other marginalized genders have like the same experiences, or were they able to like, I don't know, how did they all get into gaming as well? Do because everyone else that I've talked to has like a dad or like a brother that got them into gaming. So I'm like, some of them have had like a sister and stuff like that, which I think is cool. I don't know.
I actually have an answer to this question. It's kind of funny. Um, so my grandma is a really big gamer.
Let's
That's
go.
Like
amazing.
Your
she has
grandma?
my grandma, yeah. So she has an NES and a SNES, which is like
That's so cool.
the original Nintendo console.
Mm.
And
Oh,
she like
yeah.
What?
goes ham on Tetris. She'd be playing Bust a Move. Like she's a diehard gamer. Like I hear her playing until 3 a.m. I live with my grandma. Like
That's so funny.
she's a gamer, and that's kind of where I like got my love of video games from. Is like me and my grandma have a language barrier, so we can't communicate with words, but like through gaming, we like are able to sit down and be with each other and like just have fun without needing to like really understand because like the mode of communication is the game itself.
Wow. I didn't know that would be so deep. Does she speak Japanese?
She's Chinese.
Oh, she speaks Chinese. Chinese is hard to learn. Also,
Yeah.
I don't know. Kate, how did you, or why do you think you got into gaming?
I grew up with three brothers. I'm the only girl in my family. Um, my older my older brothers, my Kuyas, they always would play games, and they like heavily connected immediately to my little brother because they like tried to pull him into games. And I think just kind of like by association, I was pulled into games with my little brother. But it was really funny because like I think growing up I was given the assumption out of nowhere that like I wouldn't be good at games. And
Mm,
so especially because my brothers played a lot of like fighting games, and I love Street Fighter, but like other than that I didn't like any other game. But my brothers had the Nintendo 64 one day, and we like pulled it out, and they had like a whole bunch of cartridges, I remember. And it was just like it was anywhere from like this like weird bubble one where you just like clear out the bubbles by shooting
Bust a
them, and
move.
like yeah, bust a move. And and then um from like Animal Crossing, I think that was which one? It was like Wild, I
the
think.
DS.
No, the Nintendo 64 one.
Oh, I'm silly.
Yeah, it's like it was something Wild. Um and then there's like also Mario on there. And so I just kind of like got to see that there was a lot more games than just fighting games. And I beat my brothers at Bust a Move. I was just able to beat them naturally without really trying. Um, yeah, and then that was kind of where I got started into games, and I didn't revisit them really until Animal Crossing and Valorant later in my life. But
Right.
I would give the credit mostly to my brothers just because I just wanted to hang out and not be lonely. So I would just play with them.
Valid. What was it like growing up with three brothers? Because I grew up with one brother, and that was
Mhm.
it. So I cannot imagine.
So a little thing about me and my brothers, my older brothers, the oldest one, we have an 11-year age gap.
Oh
And
wow.
then obviously there's, so we come in pairs, I like to say. There's the 11-year age gap, 10-year age gap. My mom took a big old break, and then I came along, and then my little brother is a year and a half from me. So growing up, it was funny because I'd be like, 6, and my older brothers were teenagers in high school. And
Mm,
so I guess the only like really significant thing I could think of like having three brothers is that because of the age gap, we saw I saw a lot of high schoolers in my house, and they were actually all pretty chill. I was a lot less scared of teenagers than I think a lot of other kids were, just because I
mm,
was around them all the time. Um, Other than that, my two older brothers. They were raised single-handedly by my mom mostly, so they learned a lot of I don't want to like gender it, but a lot of like hygienic, like hygienic mannerisms. And so with that, with both my older brothers and my younger brother, I don't find any like, oh, I can't stand them because they're like so gross or whatever. I love all of them. They're all very sweet. My little brother just drives me crazy sometimes, and I do sometimes want to murder him. But that's just siblings. So
valid.
I also have 3 brothers, which is
exactly, she gets it.
I did
yeah.
not know that, Mars. I probably did,
Everyone
but I
has a
forgot.
brother.
What do you have?
I
Why
have a
am I
s-
looking? I'm trying to look into.
Hey! I have
Hey.
a sister who's 3 years older than me.
Okay, let's just pretend she's a brother. Anyway,
Okay, she's basically a brother at this point.
Marissa, what was your experience with three brothers?
Um, just like in general or with video games?
Maybe with video games. I don't
Uh,
know.
I'm sorry, were you the middle or were you the oldest, youngest?
so so I have 2 stepbrothers and 1 blood brother, and
Oh
Mm.
right.
I'm here. This is the oldest one. There- My
Got
stepbrother
it.
and then my youngest brother.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. But my oldest stepbrother didn't really grow up with us because he's just a little bit older. So he was off to college by the time that our families got together. So
right.
yeah. But having a lot of brothers in gaming is like, so my brothers got PCs before I did for some
Mm.
reason because like they're boys and boys play video games. So let's get the boys gaming PCs. And I kind of leached off my brother for a long time until my parents finally were like, "Oh yeah, Mars likes video games. We can maybe get her a
We
gaming
can
PC.
give her a video game.
Maybe that one get video game too.
Maybe women like video game.
Very strange."
No, but I had the same thing. I always only used like everything was hand me down and used everything that was my brother's. And I remember we had a lot of arguments because of sharing like one PC. I remember he deleted Minecraft from the PC once, and I got really upset because he got like angry that I was using it too much. And I thought that was funny. Anyway, Amanda, how did
Oh
you get
wow.
into gaming with your one brother?
Yeah, with my one brother. Actually, I did get into it because of her.
Mm.
Cause growing up, I think like I would say around elementary, middle school, she had a lot of guy friends at the time, and they got her into playing Call of Duty on the Xbox. So my parents bought her an Xbox, and she would always play Call of Duty. So I would kind of just piggyback off of her, just kind of watch her when she's playing, and
Mm.
she would do the classical sibling thing where she would give me a controller that wasn't plugged in and be like, "You're playing too! Like, look at
No.
you doing so well!"
Oh
Yeah,
no.
she would do that to me pretty often. Um, but I didn't play all throughout high school. I stopped after middle school, but then when COVID started, um, I got Discord and I had no idea what it was before 2020. So
Mm.
I was kind of just seeing what it was, and I actually ended up meeting people through Discord, and they got me into Valorant, which is how I am here now.
On the Valorant team.
Yay!
Slay!
I'm addicted now,
Man,
and I can't stop
yeah.
playing.
Yeah, Discord's a
KT, you
trip.
still play?
Oh man, I wish. I keep getting the urges. I
Mm,
keep getting the
Mm,
urges to play,
that's me too.
but then I just keep saying, "Oh no, I should do something better with my time," or
that's how
I
I
literally love
feel.
Valorant, and anyone who plays Valorant, I literally wish to just play forever. But
Mhm.
I do have this weird mentality where I'm just like, "No, I could like watch YouTube. How is that better? I don't know."
It just
Um,
feels
No,
better,
yeah.
I swear.
yeah.
I don't know.
But
I do the
like,
exact same thing. It's
mhm.
so I always whenever I play Valorant and I'm finished playing a game, I'm like, I could have like done homework. I could have finished the whole
Mhm.
assignment in that time. It kind of stresses me out sometimes,
Yeah,
but I do love
seriously.
playing.
Mhm.
Yeah, because Valorant games are long. They're not
They're
like,
long.
they're not just like short. I guess you could play quick with Swift play or something like that.
Mhm.
But even then, that's still like 20 minutes or more.
Mhm.
I don't know. I haven't played enough recently, but I used
Yeah.
like especially when I was playing more. No, we didn't have Swift play or stuff like that, so it was literally just unrated or comp or like
Yeah.
deathmatch. But you're not gonna stay in deathmatch forever,
Yeah.
so it's like committing 40 minutes to a game. Like I think mentally, my mental health deteriorated like a little bit.
Yeah. It gets very
Yeah.
draining very fast.
Mm.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a negative game and then
Yeah.
you're stuck in there for like another half or something like that.
Mhm.
That's like a whole other 30 minutes. And if it goes into
Yeah.
overtime, then I'm like
Mhm.
slamming my head into the table
Yeah.
like I
No,
need to
I'm
get out.
always the one that goes, "Draw." I feel horrible. I know everyone hates me for it, but I just can't stand it. I just have to end the game.
No, for real. Yeah, I think like thinking of like the draining experience, what really comes out to me is like I'm trying to think like when was like my last game, but the last time that I played Valorant for a very long extended period of time was when I was in like an Iron Bronze tourney, and like that was the most draining experience I ever had
Mm.
because I just
Mhm.
had to play Valorant for like I think 10 hours. I think like we
10
like
hours?
no legit we like got up and then like
That's insane.
and I wasn't
Oh my
done until my
god.
parents like got home from something. So maybe not 10 hours, maybe more accurately 8 hours. But
Mm.
either way, it just we you get up, you get ready, you sit down, and then you just play Valorant.
Oh my
And
god.
then all of a sudden you hear your parents coming home and you're just like, "Hi, I've just been in here for hours."
Oh my god.
But
It's like the
yeah, it's
bronze
so
iron
draining.
VCTs.
No, dude, bronze iron so annoying.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
man,
so bad.
It's such
like
a interesting rank.
yeah, I'm not like gonna get too ranty about it. All I'm gonna say is that there was a man and
Mm.
he had an Odin, okay, and everyone was cheering him on because he wouldn't buy for the first 2 rounds to afford a Odin in the third round, and then he used Omen. He used the character Omen to then teleport into weird places so that he
Oh.
should spawn you. Let me just say, when I shot him with a sheriff, I felt the happiest I ever was. But
Mhm.
I was so happy. I was like, and I was like, I we can win, and we did win. We were like, literally, all you had to
Ooh,
do was shoot that
amazing.
man, find out where he constantly kept spawning, shoot him dead,
Gosh.
and just keep and kill the rest of his team. It was
That's
so
so
good.
slay.
Yeah,
Kate, you're actually gonna hate me. I used to do that. I used to save the
dude.
first 2 rounds and I would buy an Odin.
No, I don't mind. I don't want to say that like, oh, I hated him for it. I hated the Valorant, the bronze, iron community for like
Mhm.
Yeah.
loving it because it was streamed. It was the Tiffany stream.
Oh,
Valorant
wait, you
Mm.
did
like
I forgot you did
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was
I
the
didn't know you
Tiffany
did this.
it was a Tiffany Iron Bronze tourney like thing. I randomly signed up, didn't even really
Did
know
you
if I
win?
was won we won second place. Here's
Oh,
the
let's
mug.
go.
Here's the mug to prove it.
Oh,
What the
oh, that's
hell?
so
Yeah,
cute.
it's all of
Did
it's
she sign it?
Tiffy's emojis. She did not sign it. She they only gave us a mug. It
Mm.
was
Lame.
supposed the people who won first place, which by the way they shouldn't have won because they had a Smurf on their team.
Oh.
Um, but they technically shouldn't have won. But if we did win first place, like we were supposed to,
Mm.
then we would have won a signed Team Liquid jersey.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
really
That's actually
cool.
kind of slay.
it would have been slay. But it's okay. I didn't get it. Um, but yeah, like that entire like iron bronze like community that was watching
Mm.
were it was so bad because they just like kept rooting, and like I think Tiffany was
Mm.
also in the mind, like no hate to Tiffany at all. I think that she like did her best with her circumstances in the tourney, without like there was a lot of like verification issues, so like literally no hate to her. I think that it was just unfortunate circumstances, but like she was also kind of hyping up like the people what the bronze iron community wanted. And so she was
Mm.
like, "Yeah, Alan, the Odin god, woo!" And I was like,
Yeah,
Oh.
"I'm
because
fighting
it's
for my
like
life out here."
I'm
Like,
assuming she's focusing more on like entertainment than this is a serious tournament
oh,
that
definitely, yeah, and it was a fun
which
tourney. Like I give no hate
yeah,
for
there's like
her.
pros and cons because even if you're low rank, it doesn't mean you don't want to be competitive. And I think
Yeah,
especially in my time in like lower lobbies, it could be really just kind of frustrating sometimes because you're like, I want to learn how to get better and I want to play this game properly. And then you're with people that are like, let's knife. Let's do a knife round. And I'm like, I want to play the game. Like, why are we knifing?
yeah, it's an interesting time, but I mean, overall, it was a fun time. I just think that that entire thing
Just tilted you.
it tilted me so hard, not even because of the people like that like I was going against. It was actually more the people I was with as
Mm.
well. There was like a 30-year-old like lawyer like on my team, and he was like, not
What?
to brag, but like I won the last Tiffany Iron Bronze tourney. And I'm like, so you're bragging that you haven't improved, you're still an
Yeah.
iron and bronze. Like I'm not trying to like hate on iron. No, I am, but like, like I'm hating on myself at this point. Like I'm iron bronze, so
Mm.
like I'm hating on myself. But it was just like I was just like, you're still here,
It's
and
weird to flex.
yeah, no, because he kept playing Chamber, and like this is when Chamber was very new, and like he was like an opper. He's like, oh yeah, I'm like a sniper, and then like I had to go in and plant. He was like, everyone was like shouting me like, go and plant, or no, go and defuse on
Mm.
bind, and he's like, yeah, I got you. Go in.
No, you
Everyone
don't.
shoots me dead, and then he like starts like screaming at me being like, what do you mean, like just like defuse the bomb, like you should have like got off or done this or done that.
Mm.
I like, crap you not, I forget what I did. I either muted or I did not mute, but I like physically screamed. I was like, I like, I like physically
Like out of frustration.
out of frustration. I think I'm pretty sure I muted, but
Mm.
because no one like like batted an eye like when I like muted, but like I muted, took off my headset, like screamed into the air, and then just went. So I'm gonna tell you
Anyway,
what you did wrong. It was so
constructive criticism.
constructive criticism.
I'm just surprised there's a 30-year-old lawyer playing a Tiffy tournament.
Dude, he
That
was
is
bragging.
that is really interesting.
Mans was proud, but you know, it's
I mean, pop off
Yeah.
then.
yeah. And I'm not even gonna lie, there was like a 13-year-old that was annoying, but the
Mm.
30-year-old was more annoying.
Oh,
Like
amazing.
like he straight up told, like, because the 13-year-old was annoying. Like I'm not even gonna lie, but like
Mm.
the um but like the 30-year-old at one point, he kept like the 13-year-old being a 13-year-old was just like, watch this, like, oh, like, come on guys, watch me. And he was like being a
Mm.
troll, right? And like, look, we were trying to be calm, we were trying to say, hey dude, like, you know,
It's
like
too late.
we really want to
I'm
win
too
this,
tired.
so can we like not? And then he like kept like goofing off. At some point I noticed that he was getting more kills than all of us, so I just said, you know what, I'm not even gonna talk,
At least he's
just do,
contributing.
yeah, just do your thing, right? And at
Slay.
one point, the lawyer went like, just stop talking. He was like so
Oh my god, what is with this guy?
stop talking. And all of us, I'm not even
He's
like,
like a big fan.
I am not kidding. Like we all paused and we're like, hey dude, that was really
Chillax.
mean. Like we all collectively were like,
Oh my
that
That's
was
so
really
god.
mean.
This tournament
And
is
then
like a trip.
Iron Ron's tournament.
No, that's
Okay,
what I
God.
expect to happen. I'm gonna be honest.
I was so tired. I was like,
How many rounds did you guys play, or like games?
God, I wish I could tell you. It was like, man. Okay, so we had to do. I want to say we did 3, and then we got dropped because it was a 2. It was a 2 elimination tourney.
Mm.
So we got dropped and put into the losers brackets. And then we went through the entire like loser bracket. So that was like what, another 5 games. No, I'm lying. Like 3. So like from that point it's 6. The finals was 3. I think it was a tourney of three maps. And yeah, it was a really sus team. Like the like one person played neon and was bad for half the game, and then all of a sudden got good, and they would like completely sweep us. Um, so it was definitely interesting, and I think someone did get called out eventually for smurfing.
Mm.
But at that point, it was the end. I don't think anyone wanted to, reverse anything or
Right.
whatever. And
And it's kind of like for fun.
it is for fun. So, like, I mean,
Yeah.
once again, as much as I'd be like, oh man, I really wanted that Team Liquid, like, jersey, man. Like, I don't
Me who
care. This,
doesn't follow Team Liquid at all. I'm
no,
like,
dude, I
yeah,
had to,
yeah, I would
I,
like that for the
I,
iLab or something, but
yeah, I had to like sign up for like the Team Liquid points. Like, if you, when you signed up, you got like 10,000 Liquid points, which
what
you
does
can
that
like buy
mean?
merch.
Oh, like
You
on
can like
Twitch?
Oh.
Yeah, you can like
Oh.
buy merch or something.
Mm.
And I think like this mug was like, it was a lot of points in terms of Team Liquid. When you
Mm.
win, you also got something of Team Liquid. But in
Mm.
order for Tiffy to run this tourney, she did have to like do those. So
Right.
she had to get like money somehow, and I think she is officially Team Liquid. So it makes
Mm.
sense. But
Yeah, that
either
would make
way.
sense. I think that's a little too much like product placement for her not to be connected to Team
Oh,
Liquid in
totally. No,
some
yeah. So,
way.
yeah.
Do you guys think you've faced like a lot of negativity in Valorant?
Just when I first started playing, when I was like Iron Bronze, that was the
Mm.
worst. Now it's not as bad at all, but
Oh yeah.
does not compare at all to when I was Iron. I had men constantly yelling at me or just calling me bad when I was trying to learn the game, and I was
Dude,
like,
and they're an
I don't want
iron.
to play this anymore. I was like, we're in the same rank. Why are you yelling at me? Jeez,
Not for
you're just as
real.
bad as I
Yeah.
am. I don't know. That was probably the worst.
No, valid. What about you, Mars?
Yeah.
So I did start Iron, and
I
I
know
did
you're
not
not iron
talk.
now.
Yeah, I'm not Iron. It's okay.
Not to
But
flex.
not to flex,
Just the coach. Just coach moment.
Just better than all of you guys. Just so much better.
just yeah, I'm kind of goaded.
To be unranked.
Like,
But I think Iron, I didn't talk. I think the worst I ever got it was in Gold.
Mm,
Like
mm,
that's where all like, or maybe like Plat, because that's where all like the little teenagers live. All the little
the
14-year
gremlins.
olds that don't have like common sense yet, so
Mm,
they live to bully. I don't know. I think that's where. I haven't had any
yeah.
super terrible experiences. I did have this one Phoenix that I would queue into very often, that whenever we would queue into a game together, I spoke once and he was like, "Can I have your snap?" And I was like,
Ugh.
"No."
mm.
And then he would team kill me the whole game, and like it's an unrated, right? So that would take for freaking ever.
Mm,
And then we'd queue into games together a lot. I don't know how Riot like hated me or something, because I would report him and I would still get into games with him. So thanks,
Oh,
Riot.
that's weird.
mm.
And so I put my name on private, and it's finally stopped happening. So, but I still get made fun of for that, like having my name on private, which I think is so silly, because it's like, why does it matter? Why do you need to know my
Yeah.
username?
Mm,
No,
yeah.
I kind of feel the same way. Like, there's this culture in gaming where people just like, I don't know. I think they just want to fit in or like make jokes for everyone to laugh and like make them feel like they're a part of things, but then so many things get like criticized that really don't need to be. Like it's so easy for people to judge what you're doing in the game or like your username, especially when we're online, and it becomes really negative even in like friend groups and stuff like that cuz everyone's just like I don't know. It becomes like less serious, I think. At least to me.
Yeah.
Not too
Yeah.
sure.
No, it's
Mm.
like really weird. Like I was like just thinking about this like before we started filming. It was like a lot of people just even just like take talking to like a marginalized gender such as women like in gaming, they just like take it into like this really weird territory. Like for example, they like see my name and like I'll speak and they'll be like, Kate, is that your name?
Yeah,
Kate?
they
And
make it like awkward.
they make
You're
it
like,
very
what are you trying
awkward.
to do?
Yeah, and it's not even that they're like being mean. This sometimes like a lot of these people end
No,
up being
yeah.
very cool, but it's like just this such a weird like awkward barrier where you have to almost like prove yourself and then they're cool. And it's like
Yeah.
why like usually you'll just be like, "Oh, hey, like blah blah blah. Yeah, cool." And like,
Mm,
go on if it's like a male presenting voice. And it's like
mm. I had this rule when I played more competitive where I wouldn't speak until I was doing well. Like if I was
Oh,
at the top of the leaderboard, then I would speak. Or if I was like closer to the top, just cuz it felt safer. Cuz I was like if I'm going to I don't know. Cuz there's this idea that oh like women are bad at games, this stigma. And there's way less women in games anyway, so there's of course going to be a larger amount that aren't going to be as good because I don't know, there's so many guys in game and there's so many guys that are bad at gaming especially compared to women, but I just don't want to contribute to that stereotype, and I was like super self-conscious about that, so I was like I have to be doing good and then I can speak, then I can like be worth it, which is so stupid. And luckily, even though I don't play as much anymore, recently, like every game I've gone into has like almost an entire lobby of women, or like my entire team is women, and they'll like speak, and then all the girls will be like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh, I like this now." I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm really lucky.
I literally would do the same thing. If I was in a
Mhm.
lobby full of just men, I wouldn't speak unless I was doing better than them. And even if
Mhm.
I was doing better than them, sometimes they would still come at
They'll
me.
still like
Yeah,
shit talk you.
they would still like harass you and be like, "You're still bad. You're still a woman. Like, know your place." I'm just like, man, okay, can I just
Man,
play the game? Jeez, I'm
no,
just trying to have
literally.
a funky little time.
I swear it's those guys as well that afterwards send you friend requests, and I'm like,
It
bro,
is. It
what
always
game are
is.
Literally,
you
Yeah.
playing?
yeah. They
Like, it's so weird.
It's the weirdest thing. Then you add them back, and then they invite you to play with them. They're like, "You want to play comp? You want to play
I'm
unrated?"
like,
It's
bro,
so weirdest thing.
I
I don't
think they're
know.
just sad and lonely, and that's okay. But like, don't take it out on me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's odd. It's really odd behavior.
Mm, Mars, I wanted to know how coaching's been for you, because you've been involved with like our Valorant teams for a while. Um, like our UHE Sports Valorant teams, and now that you're coaching for our women of UHE Valorant teams. So I don't know. I'm just kind of interested how you're feeling about it and how it's compared to like managing before, being involved with the teams before.
Um, Definitely I feel a lot more responsibility now than I ever
Mm,
did before because like I actually affect the outcome of the games. Like when I was managing, yeah, like you plan scrims and you organize like get-togethers and stuff and it's cute and you keep the team together and you help them bond. But like now I'm doing all that and on top of that, I have to think of strats and like
mm,
tell them what's up. And it's like a little stressful because like I don't feel very confident in my abilities to like coach and like I know I know a lot about Valorant. Like I spend an ungodly amount of time on
oh, I know
Valorant.
you
I
do.
watch
I would not have asked you to be a coach if I thought you couldn't do it.
yeah, I watch so much Valorant. Like I watch
Mm,
Valorant like every day almost. Like I'm obsessed with it. And so I know that I have a pretty good handle on it,
mm,
but I'm just so not confident in my ability to convey that information to like the people I'm coaching and like I don't know I don't know. I just feel really unsure of myself because, and I'm scared to reach out to like other coaches because like
mm,
I know I'm just as valid a coach as anyone else, even if I'm not like crazy immortal cracked gamer. But like
mm,
I don't know. There's something about it. I just feel like I'm just nervous about everything, and I want to get better so that my team can succeed. But I am just kind of struggling a little bit.
do you find
yeah,
it
it's
hard to
hard.
sorry, do you find it hard to like criticize others in terms of like their gaming? Like when you not like criticize, but do you find it hard to critique like when you're coaching?
Or give them comments or stuff like that.
We've only had like 4 practices, so I haven't had a lot of time to like really connect with these people. And I don't like giving criticisms or corrections to people who don't really know me because I don't want them to take it
Mm,
the wrong way. So, like, I guess in this instance, yeah, it is kind of hard for me to critique, but normally I don't have a problem being like, oh, there's something wrong and I know how to fix it.
mm. I think you're doing a really good job, I'm going to be honest. And like you said, there's only been a few practices. You and I both know that not the whole team has been there for some of the practices, not to call anyone out, but it's just how schedules lined up. And it's super difficult to suddenly adjust to doing something that you've never done before, or that you have, like, you are comparing yourself to like the varsity or JV teams that have coaches that are immortal or plat, or I don't know why I said plat. It's because Gino's plat. He's also low rank.
He's diamond.
Oh shoot. He's
Gino's
gonna
gonna call
flame me
you
for
out.
that.
I
I'm
know.
sorry, Juno. Please forgive me. He's gonna be so
I'm
mad at me.
I'm on my road to Diamond 1 again. I'm 1 game off right now.
No, but literally, like, even though
I'm
you're
just
not
as valid.
immortal,
Like
you're
literally,
so
I'm the same
valid.
ranks as the coach.
No,
Like I'm
legit.
just as valid. But for some reason, I don't
Yeah.
feel that way because it's like I don't know. There
It's just
aren't
classic
female
imposter
coaches to look up
syndrome.
to. I
Mhm.
guess there's Potter, but like
Oh, I
there's
love
not a
Potter.
lot to look up to. So I'm just nervous and I don't know who to take
Yeah.
advice from.
Yeah, it's new.
'Cause-
I mean, it's gonna take time to get used to. Sorry, I'll, like cut you
No, no,
off.
no. I'm so bad at. I always cut people off. I've had to cut out so much of podcasts where I like interrupt people. I'm anxious.
No, I'm the same. But I think you're
Oh,
doing perfectly fine. I think it's just like a thing that comes with time and just getting to know everyone.
Mm, yeah, but that's such a valid point. Like,
Mm.
I don't know. Obviously, that there are a lot of coaches in Valorant that you can look up to, but there's something about seeing someone that is like also female identifying or like that you can relate to in that kind of way that's so much more validating or makes you feel like more empowered that you can do this and this is something in your capability because having people to look up to I think is really important to make you feel confident in yourself like oh there's someone like me doing the same thing that I want to do so it's definitely possible but I think you are doing a good job you're just kind of like in a it's like all of us like we're all doing things that are really cool and we're a part of a program that's important but it's not easy to take these steps to like make ourselves known as like women in gaming that don't want to just be women in gaming like we do want to make this normal that having women in gaming doesn't need a program for marginalized genders that women can be on other teams or that we can have like high ranking players. Because I don't know about you, but I was kind of surprised that when we did tryouts, we did have players that are like plat and up. Because I thought we were going to just drag it in kind of like gold area, which is just my like knowledge of the gamers in our community. And then suddenly I was like, oh, these girls are good. And then all the like the JV boys are looking at tryouts. They're like, oh, these girls are good. Like replace Chima. And I was like, oh, poor Chima.
so
We love
good
Chima
though.
though.
I love that for all the girls. Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to tryouts, but that makes me really happy.
It's
That warms my
okay.
heart. Um,
No, it was so much fun. Also,
yeah.
another shout out to Mars. She's like the coolest caster as well. She's gonna be
Oh
casting our
yeah, I
EGF
know it.
games.
Oh,
She
dude,
casts
she's
like
so
all
good.
the time. And I'm always like, anytime there's an opportunity or like someone needs a caster, I'm like, Marissa, can you cast this? She's like, I already am.
You gotta find another one. I'm already here. Like I don't, I can't do
That's
two
the
roles.
situation right now.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. I would love to. I don't think it ever lined up correctly, but I really wanted to cast with with Mars. Freaking, ah, dude. I like tried casting for a bit, and Mars is just a ray of like light. Whenever casting happened, I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, go Mars. Let's
I'm not even
go.
that good, guys. Please don't cast
You
me out.
No,
are.
you are good.
Bro.
Oh, dude, I still remember meeting Mars for women
She
for
makes
that
me
first
blush.
Oh
for
yeah,
that game
that
previews
first
night.
girls, yeah, like girls tournament
Oh,
for
the
Yeah,
Game
Valorant.
Changers.
and
The
that's what I
first
met
one.
you,
Oh, the
Mars.
one that was
Yeah.
organized by a man? Oh yeah, that one. The one that I
Slay.
should have probably organized but then wasn't and
You know, the
anyway.
thought was there, and
The
I
thought was
Yeah.
appreciate it.
there,
They
and it's
really like
okay.
let's support women but entirely run by men.
Yeah.
I actually
Mm,
didn't know that that
mm-mm.
was a male-led project.
I got really
Wow.
mad about it because
Yeah.
I could have helped out and I wasn't reached out to and it was during the time that I was in a content position for Valorant and then it was like a Game Changers event for Valorant and I was like, "Bro, I'm right here." Like I wasn't just doing content, I was coordinating content. And events like that can like falls under that category and it did make me upset cuz I'm like this is all men and all the casters were mostly like men and like everyone that was helping organize it was all men and that's why we did another tournament the year after which wasn't like a game changers tournament but similar thing because I was like, do I want to do one where it's just marginalized genders? Just like everything is. And that's why it was so important for me for Valorant tryouts to have marginalized gender casters, because originally we had a few guys that were like, oh, we'll do it. And even Rod, which we're very grateful and thankful for Rod stepping in because he's great. But in the end, I want marginalized genders to have that opportunity. And I was just like, please. And that's when Mars comes in and casts again for us. And then
She's so
Kate from
good.
also in California, the
Mm.
other Kate.
What was it? Kate Benro?
Kate
Benro
Benro.
Kate.
Yeah.
She also casted. I was very thankful for that as well. Slay.
2 Kates in California. Like a lot more kids in California.
Yeah.
The ones that we know.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, there's like all the other marginalized gender programs are in California. So, and they're
Yeah.
all in our server. So I'm just like, everyone's in California. And then Hawaii.
Yeah, man. Those UC programs have my heart. I have beef with
Mm.
the actual UCs, but those UC programs have my heart.
What's
Go
the
ahead,
beef,
call
bro?
them out. Call them out. Go
Call 'em
ahead.
out.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Do it.
I know
cause
all
so
about
much
this
Nah,
beef
beef.
it's
already,
just
though.
it's just my college academic journey. It's
Mm.
like if you guys want me to do a quick recap, I can, but it's like so
I
it's
think
just
we
so
need
much
another hour
drama.
on the podcast.
Yeah. No, like for like legit, I was like, no, I was talking about the iron like bronze tourney, and I was like, crap, I gotta get fast. Like this is like I can't keep going on. Mars needs to talk.
No.
We need to hear Mars talk. We need to hear Amanda talk. But like,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
oh,
No, I
dude,
love
yeah.
Kate talking. I'm
The
just gonna be so happy when you're here, because
oh, I'm
it's
so
gonna be
excited.
like, when were you last here for graduation?
She
May.
was last here in May. She left in
May.
May.
So we haven't seen you for a while, and then we can finally have a board member dinner.
Aw, I'm
Slay.
so
Yay!
I'm
excited.
looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
I
legit.
just want to eat food.
Yeah, I haven't filled out the when to meet because it's all on you guys. Like, I'll be free. Aiden can drive me anywhere.
Oh, we need to call
Oh,
Ebro
her
now.
make him drive you.
Aiden
Dude,
can
make him
drive
drive
me
us.
anywhere. And even so, his parents do trust me enough with their cars, so I can
That's
Oh,
nice.
that's
That's so
sweet.
nice.
so I can also like drive to you guys. So it's like literally no biggie. I'm so
Mhm.
excited to like see all of you again.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah,
It's
it
actually
feels
been so long. It's actually insane.
yeah,
It
it
has been
feels
super
really
long.
heartwarming that you guys like are excited, and then I'm like filling my like
Oh, heck
2
yeah.
weeks of going to Hawaii with like things.
Dude, and then we'll have, because right now we have some shirts and totes that we're going to be screen printing our logo onto it as like a temp kind of like merch for just the board members. And I was so happy that I can actually give it to you and not have to like ship it out to you. And oh my god, we can all wear them and go out. That might be too cringe.
Yay!
Yay!
But at least take
Yippee!
photos in them.
Yippee!
I don't know. It's small
Oh
things
my
like
god.
that.
I think
Not
that'll be so
totally.
fun
Yeah.
to do. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yay. There's so many things about this program that like have made me really happy, because it's like a community that just feels a lot more positive, just
Mm.
because we are a marginalized gender community, so we kind of like have to be, because we're like supporting people and making it into a safe environment. But having a positive space like that and having so many women that are like passionate and just want to make friends, and sorry, and women and marginalized genders, that it's just been like super enjoyable for me to be able to like run that kind of environment. I mess up saying women and marginalized genders all the time. I want to acknowledge that, because I'm doing my best, because marginalized gender is like the preferred term, because it's not just women, it's like categorizing everything. But it's so hard. My life is so hard.
You have
It's
it
not.
so tough. You have it
But
so
I'm
tough.
just like, oh, I keep messing up. And then it's like, same with pronouns. Like, I'm so passionate about like being like, what's the word, treating everyone with respect and how they want to be treated and using the right pronouns for everything, but I mess up all the time, and it makes me feel like such a bad person, because I'm
Yeah.
like, I
No,
promise yes, I
Yeah.
care.
It just comes with time, really. Like,
Mm,
coming from, like, I don't know, I'm not that much older. I'm turning 22 in like 10 days, but
grandma.
like,
She's
um,
Grandma.
old.
I'm so old, guys.
You.
But like,
Rude.
I'm not even like that much older, but like, just like coming from the perspective of like, I've been very passionate about the LGBTQ plus community for like a
Mm,
very long time, and it's um it just takes time, and
mm,
as long as you are trying, and people will feel that you're trying, so you don't
yeah.
need to feel too like, oh dang it, and the only time like I would feel like so distraught is if I didn't know their pronouns, and that they
Mm,
never, and like people never corrected me, and I ended up using the wrong pronouns the entire time. That's like, oh,
yeah.
my bad,
Then it's
and
just embarrassing. You're like,
and that's
oh.
embarrassing, and like I feel bad. But
Mm,
in any other context, being like she, oh I mean they, or she I mean he, and like, just like
mm,
quickly correcting yourself and not even giving a second thought to it, because a lot of, I find whenever I do talk to people that like identify in a way other than their assigned gender at birth, they don't even want to like think about it. They just want to be like, you said that, cool, let's just keep going with the conversation, like don't
yeah, and
acknowledge
not
it.
get like stuck on it and
Yeah,
have a
like
whole
don't
conversation
yeah,
about
don't
it
say, "Oh my goodness, I'm
because
so sorry," and like, they don't want to hear it. They
yeah,
just like
because they've heard it
let's
before.
let's just like keep going with it, and it's like,
Mm,
and they can really feel that you're trying. So,
yeah.
just to make you like feel a little bit better, just like literally,
No, that made
it
me
takes
feel better.
time, and eventually, it's better than a lot of the population that doesn't even try. So,
Bro, this is what I'm saying when like Kate has just been my supporter. Like you check everything I say and like all my messages and I'm always like it's you're like the backbone
it's
to my
it's
like
because I work from 2:30 to 7, girl. I'm like, I have time.
What? Oh my god.
oh no, not the math.
Yeah, I have time. Though, this is
mm,
so like random. I like I
yeah.
I've only been working at Mathnasium for like a month and a half,
Mm.
and I'm already assistant director. I'm getting I'm getting promoted like in 2 weeks once they finish training me.
They actually just love you. I don't know what.
That's so
That's
slay. That's
It's
a
so
girl boss right
good.
there. I love that.
Yeah, it's because
She
our
said
other girl
assistant
boss.
director.
Yeah, it's because our other girl boss is often doing STEM, doing aerodynamics in Michigan. But
Oh my
ooh.
gosh.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
nah,
Pop
she's
off.
crazy. Yeah, she like just graduated high school, and she was AD. She was assistant director. And then she's like, I
A
Okay.
please
high
guys, I'm going to
schooler.
college. And she's going to college for aerospace engineering.
That's awesome.
Oh my
That's also
god.
terrifying.
And now I'm and now I'm just there, and everyone else has
Assistant
lives.
director.
Everyone else has
That's
lives, and they like
exciting.
do
It's
school and
okay.
stuff, and I'm the only one that's free. So
I think it's so important to have that break in between like a 2-year degree because masters is intense. All my friends that I know that are doing masters right now are just dying on the inside. And I'm like,
yeah.
cool. That interesting. You chose that.
Yeah, nah, it's like
Hmm.
crazy. Like
mm,
like I took 21 credits for my
mm,
last semester
that's
at
insane. Because they're
UH.
not just like electives, they're like intense credits as well. I know a little of like what you took, so I don't know how you did that, but
Yeah, I had to take both of my upper division writing intensives like in my last like
mm,
semester. And as much as like I took pretty quote unquote easy upper division writing intensives, because they were like concepts that you could easily get and like write about, but
mm,
they were like, so like just coming from like me, because little like, if I ever do a recap of my academic career, it's like literally like I had a basically semester break. I
mm,
like had to take a break for a semester and like only do one class for that semester, and then I jumped back into after when I transferred to UH. And so I was still very much committed to, I must graduate in 4 years, no semester more. And
mm,
so I just like had to pump out like all of those classes
mm.
by my own will. Okay, like my parents didn't make me. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm like this, but
No,
I
I'm
just
like that
really
too.
but I just like needed to graduate in 4 years. And now I'm like here and I'm just like, oh man, enjoy my gap year.
My
And
mental health is
Mhm.
returned.
oh man, it's lovely to see you again. Where you been, man?
Mm.
But
It must be
yeah.
like so weird to see everyone in school, but then like you're not in school right now.
Nah, Aiden does like homework like, on
Yeah.
call with me.
Yeah.
And like
Oh,
for those watching or listening, Aiden is my boyfriend. But um like yeah. Literally
shout out Aiden. I
he
never
does
see him
homework.
except today.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw him today.
So true. But like he's doing the same classes as me because we're both bio majors. So
Oh,
he's like talking to me
girlfriend
about
hack.
stuff and I'm just like but like even that I'm just like don't talk to me about this. I haven't like
Trauma.
Yeah.
I
Like you get sent back to the
I know I
time.
get sucked back to it. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm just like, Aiden, just read the
Mm.
lecture slides, please. Just I can't.
Just do it yourself.
Jeez, but
That's so
it's
valid.
yeah.
I don't know if this question connects to that at all, but because we're kind of towards the end of the podcast, I wanted to just ask what advice you guys would give to your younger selves.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I
I had to
agree.
think
That's a
about this
good question.
actually.
Think about it. It's okay.
Hmm.
We like cut for an hour.
No, actually.
Actually, we'll come back. End
Yeah,
call.
we'll be
Just
break time.
Mhm.
I like actually think about this question a lot. Funny enough, I was just such an awkward kid. I'm still very awkward.
Mm.
But I was so awkward and people would often just like come up to me randomly as a kid and just go, "You're weird," and then like leave.
Ew.
Oh.
um,
Some
I don't
kids had
know,
no life. I swear to God.
not legit. And in no way was I like I don't know, like I wouldn't call my experiences bullying in any way, but it was
Mm.
this kind of like, oh man, I'm like the weird kid or whatever. And I think if I
Mm.
had to like go back and just be like tell my younger self something, I'd be like, it's okay, stand up for yourself. Um and then I would warn her about all the men.
Mm.
Um I'd go
That's
avoid
so
Jays.
valid.
Oh.
I'd go avoid Jays with all your with with your
No,
entire
don't bring up
being.
the J names.
The J
God.
names.
It's
they're
always
they're
a
my
J name, isn't it?
they're my cursed letter. Nah, I'm not even gonna name names, okay? It's my first crush, J.
No,
My
no, say it. We bleep it
first boy
out.
first boyfriend, J.
Wait, don't.
Second
I don't want to
boyfriend.
edit that.
First boyfriend J, second boyfriend J, third boyfriend J. Yeah, 3 J's.
Mm.
Okay? And finally, the cycle ended when I dated an A. And guess what?
Let's go A's.
Ugh.
And freaking his middle name is still J. So I like it's still a gray
Oh, you
area
can't
there.
avoid it. You really
I know.
can't.
I'm just like, Lord Almighty, please don't let this be a
Oh
bad one.
no.
But like, sorry to get off topic, but like, literally, just like, I would really just tell her, like, it's gonna be okay. Um, your true friends will show themselves eventually,
Mm.
and you know what? There's other awkward people like you, and honestly, like. In 2015, being like oh so random was like the trend. So like just go with it. Like you know what I mean? And I
Mm.
would just tell her to live life and be happy and stand up for
Yeah.
herself.
No, I think I've thought about this a bit because I asked it to the other board members, but I don't know if I really would tell myself anything. I think I said this last time because the way my life has turned out is because of everything that's happened.
Yeah, that's a fair point
From me
too.
making
Mm.
like stupid mistakes, from me learning things and like going through that journey. And I'm very happy with where I am now. I do want to go back and kind of just like, I don't know, just give her a hug. Like, things will get better. And
Yeah.
I definitely went through a hard time in high school without anyone knowing it and keeping up a very like positive appearance on the outside, and what I was dealing with on the inside was something I really should have talked about more, and I kind of wish that I would have reached out to my friends more or gotten more support because I just decided to deal with everything alone. And now I'm kind of dealing with the repercussions of like, how do I talk about my feelings to my friends? You're allowed to do that?
Yeah,
Slay.
slay. Yeah, that's always tough. I had the same thing in high school where I felt like I shouldn't talk to my friends about my problems 'cause I didn't want to give them that burden. So
Mm,
I just kind of kept it to myself rather than allowing myself to be emotionally vulnerable, which is definitely something that I would probably tell myself um to be open to, as well as taking opportunities that I was given instead of passing them up is definitely something that I would want to tell myself.
yeah, I like that. Missa, did you think or do you need more time?
Um, I think I would tell myself like it's okay to like take your time on stuff. Like I feel like a lot of things in my life I rush. Like I rush everything. I rush work, I rush school, I rush to be the best. And I would really just tell my younger self like you don't need to rush. Like I know that life is like a limited time period, but there is no sense in stressing yourself out so much over something that you don't have to accomplish right now. Like your
Mm,
goals don't have to be done tomorrow. They like I don't know. And like take breaks, take care of yourself cuz I definitely did not take care of myself prior to like maybe college. Like I did not treat myself well. I let other people treat me poorly. And so I
mm,
would just tell myself to like God, act like you're a human. Like jeez. Be
Yeah,
nice to
same.
yourself and
yeah.
Mm.
yeah.
I think people really need to take that to heart because I definitely didn't. But like everyone deserves so much more than what they give themselves. And I've noticed, especially marginalized genders tend to be way harder on themselves and way more critical, have way higher expectations for themselves, not want to like take credit or give themselves credit for things that they're doing that are really cool and are valid because they want to stay humble or or maybe they don't think that highly of themselves, but it's so important to take care of yourself in that way because I think everyone is doing super cool things and like it's so important just to remember that. And having like self-esteem like that is really hard in high school because you're just going through it. um, it's just a challenging time anyway, but all things will pass. And I don't know. It's just been nice to be able to talk about stuff more and definitely build better connections with people in college.
Yeah, I think college is like definitely a for those who had a hard time in high school, college can definitely just be such a breakthrough opportunity. Not even because like, ooh, new people or like whatever. You just feel so much more empowered, in my opinion, to just be yourself and just like if you want to lay low, and if you want to
Mm,
like stand out. And you'll like find out your own way, because
mm,
especially from like my perspective, I went to community college for 2 years, so I didn't really like make any friends, and I was
yeah,
chilling. I'm an introvert at heart, so I was just like cruising through like life or whatever, doing my job. And even coming to I was just like, you know I'll do whatever happens. And you just feel so much more secure in yourself. I think especially by like the end of your college career, you feel so much more secure in like who you are, what you want. And you just start to give less craps about what other people think of you.
yeah. No, that's so valid. And even if you haven't like found yourself in college, I think that's okay. Like you'll find yourself, and if not, just focus on what you enjoy and what you like to do because pretending for other people or like making friends that don't really care about you and stuff like that is never worth it. And it's so like bleh. I don't know. That was such good advice. Ugh. That like
Kate?
I don't know, when Mars was talking, I was like feeling that like somewhere deep down, and it just kind of resonated with me. But especially because this month is it's breast cancer awareness month. It's also domestic violence awareness month. I want to take some time to just acknowledge those two things and anything else we're kind of thinking of in October. I want to share my spooky nails. I'm sorry, audio listeners. I have little ghosts on them. This is my favorite month, so no one can make me upset this month. Um,
It's Libra season, baby. Let's go.
let's go. I don't know what that means, but let's go.
It's my season. It's a Libra
Oh,
season.
it's Kate's season.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. But what you were saying about like it being cancer awareness month,
Mhm.
domestic violence awareness month. It's also LGBTQ history month as
Shoot, I knew I
well.
missed one.
It's okay.
It's
I just knew that
Filipino
because
month, right?
yeah,
Oh, it's
it's
also
Oh,
it's
yeah, it
Filipino.
yeah,
is, right?
it's
Filipino month.
AA PI, right?
Sir,
AAPI.
we're acknowledging
Yeah,
all of
Um,
those.
AAPI.
yeah, which is
Oh my gosh.
so amazing. I love all the months that my birthday month lands in. It is just so beautiful. And
Mm,
as much as it's kind of like weird to be like, oh, I love how domestic violence awareness month is in October. Like, I don't want to call it my month, but my birthday month. It just like I do want to give like
no,
a quick shout
it's
out. Like,
positive.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's positive. It's and you should, if you feel like you're going through a situation, you can always reach out, and you can always go into the WoUHE podcast, WoUHE server, and we do have hotlines
Hmm.
in there. Um, and yeah, coming from like someone who was able to like, you know, I don't want to be like, oh, I was a victim, because I'm always like self-conscious of like identifying myself as like a victim or whatever.
Mm,
But just coming from someone who from a place of like concerned and knowing how bad things can get in relationships, you're not alone, and you will make it through. You are worth more than anything you know, and yeah, you'll get through this, and you will find better people, always.
yeah, especially for domestic violence awareness. I know way too many people that are personal friends of mine that are acquaintances that have experienced that, including myself. And it's not it. And I'm glad that we can take the month to really like
It really
don't
isn't.
laugh,
It's
Mars.
not
It's
it.
not it.
No,
God.
we can't laugh at it because it's just not it.
Please.
It's not the vibe. Okay,
Yeah, it's a
I
joke. It's not. No, I'm in
and
like Zoomer text speech, and this is such a
Seriously,
serious
it's not
topic,
the
and this
vibe.
is exactly what we did.
no, it's literally not the vibe. Like, you
No, yeah,
know,
per. It
like
really is not.
not like it's
No,
not even like
and
from
it,
like an dude, yeah.
yeah,
And this
and
is
I'll be
coming.
linking
It's
like
disgusting.
resources and all of that. If you have any like, if you're listening to this, and if that might resent, what's the word?
Resonate.
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 If that might I'm cutting that out. If that might resonate with you and you want to reach out to any of us, I hope everyone knows that this is like a safe space to talk about it, or always talk to anyone in your life. But it is something important that I'm glad that we can take, because it is, I think, a positive thing, an awareness month, because
Yeah,
it brings focus that we can finally get back and say, oh, this stuff's important too. Um,
exactly.
yeah. I can't believe I
Yeah.
said that's not it.
And
uh,
then Kate said that's not the vibe.
yeah, that's not
That's
the
not the
vibe.
vibe.
And remember that the vibe is
Yes,
also not sexual abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, or physical abuse. Those are all not vibes.
Yeah, it does not have to
Remember.
be intense to be valid. And I should have
Yeah,
learned that a long time ago.
yeah, exactly. That's like why a lot of people struggle with like, including myself, calling themselves like victims, because we think that like, oh, like I don't have any scars to like show or
Yeah, or it
whatever,
wasn't
but
physical,
it wasn't
but it's all
physical.
valid.
Yeah, but in reality, it's just it's all comes from to the point of manipulation and control,
Hmm.
and that's really that. Like, when you first deal with relationships, you don't think about like what you should be feeling,
Hmm.
and you should be feeling happiness. That's what you should be feeling. So just like remember that, people. And just I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just really
deserve
hoping.
happiness.
Yeah, you deserve happiness. Obviously, this is different from like fights, but you'll know the difference. You'll know the difference if it's just fights and or a disagreement and actual
Dude, Kate's
stuff.
graduated brain is so smart. I can't wait to
She's
have that.
always been so perfect and smart with her words.
I know,
You are
she's such a
so
woman
good with your
in
words.
STEM.
I'm so
Thank you.
jealous.
Oh, Mars, wait, the audio
Show it.
the audio listeners won't be able to see this as well, but
Audio
it
listeners,
is
get on
a
this.
yeah, wait, come on YouTube. Don't be on
Yeah,
Spotify.
fine.
Ew, Spotify.
You can no the
Oh,
Spotify.
we
You
love
can see the
Spotify. We
video.
love Spotify. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that
yeah,
is true. You
I
can see the
literally
video.
uploaded it last time.
Yeah, I was watching
Bro, I'm
earlier.
tired.
It's okay.
Oh, yay.
It's okay.
Slay.
Hey.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. I always enjoy talking. I mean, everyone on my board are like, I don't know, love of my lives. They all make me blush. They're all people that I'm super inspired by, and I always love talking to you guys. So I'm grateful to have you along. I hate that I'm holding a Starbucks cup. I'm putting it down. But yeah, I'll be linking resources in the description. If you're interested in joining our Discord for marginalized genders, that will also be linked, and any other information. Our Instagram is up. We have cool photos on there. And yeah, I hope everyone has a good rest of their day or morning or night if it's like 2 a.m. I don't know when people listen to things. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me.